Welcome back, friends, to your channel, Frank the Handyman. Today we came with our friends to fix these holes under drywall. Basically what happened over here, it was that there was a water leak. So what we gotta do is to repair all that damage that happened inside of the bathroom and also on the hallway in the outside. So basically what we're gonna do, it's gonna be pretty quick. We're gonna start measuring and we're gonna make sure that everything is well placed so we can start cutting and doing our job properly. Over here we will start removing all the parts of the bathroom and we will start working in this hole that people did to check what was going on over here. All this plastic that is in the wall needs to be removed. So since it's glued, the only way to do it is by ripping it off. As you can see, it's not that bad. It's pretty quick, and as soon as you get it done, it's pretty simple. Once that you got everything out, you will make sure that there's nothing that it's on your way. For example, you will need to cut a little bit with some tools, but it's alright. And after that, we will start covering all those holes. As you can see, we put another piece of drywall right there. We screw it to the metal and the wood inside of that wall, and we start scraping a little bit of the paint that is in the border so we can add good paint, and also so it remains flat after we put all this covering here. We need to make sure that everything is looking good, because after this we're gonna add a tape that it has a mesh on it, and with that we can make sure that all that plaster that we will put there stay and that it dries properly. Over here Aldo is working with everything, and as you can see we're already put that tape with the mesh that I was mentioning. So right now what we're gonna do is start cutting the rest of the holes that we will fill, and we're ready to start working in that damage. We're gonna add some water there, and we're gonna start making our plasters so we can put it after we set these squares of drywall. And this will make sure that the client don't see any difference between the wall and the job that we just did. It will look like nothing happened. So remember, it's something like this happens in your house, in your office, at the school, or anywhere, just call Frank the Handyman and we will take care of it and repair it. As you can see, Mr. Juanito is putting the plaster over there, the first layer of it, because we're gonna put several. Remember that once it's dry, you need to sand it a little bit so people don't notice that you fixed a hole over there or that something happened. And look at it, Mr. Juanito has a really good technique for this kind of stuff. So you will just want to add more plaster of that, and we will go here with Aldo, who is putting the last parts of drywall over there, and we follow the same technique and we will be all set to follow with the next step. And friends, that will be measuring again. Start cutting everything as we should. Remember that you can cut drywall with just a blade. It needs to be really good blade, and after that you will be ready to cut all that drywall. Look, you just need to fold it and it will come off pretty quick. So we're gonna put all those missing pieces to fill those gaps, and after that we will be ready to follow with the same technique that we mentioned before. Maybe we'll have to make some adjustments at the drywall when we're about to put it, but it's pretty quick. You can do those with your blade and you will be good to go. After that we screw everything inside of the wall, and as you can see we already have those holes covered. Remember to make sure that everything is looking good, that everything fits perfectly, and now we're ready to put that mesh again around all these parts that we just put in that wall. And look at that, friends, it looks perfectly. Little by little it's looking as it was before all this water damage. And now we're ready to follow with the next step, putting that plaster that we talked about. And that's right, friends, we're gonna start spreading all that So we want to make sure that we don't have any missing spots or that there's nothing else to fill. And in the inside of the bathroom, we will get rid of all that plastic that we had over there. Remember that it's pretty important to get the bathroom ready to make all these improvements and separate everything that you won't use anymore. This way you won't make any trash and you won't have like a lot inside of it. As you can see in the outside, we already have those covered, and while the plaster is getting dry, we're gonna start working in the missing spots that we have inside. We're gonna get rid of this plastic and we can start working with the drywall in this spot. We're gonna start cutting a little bit more of it. As you can see, we have some pieces from the spaces that we already cut before, but there you go. We're just gonna make some adjustments with the knife and we're good to go to put that there. And remember to screw it pretty well. I would say like put a lot in there so it will stay fixed, and also remember that all of this will be covered with plaster and also with paint so no one will notice about this. We're gonna make the final measurements and we're gonna start making everything look great. Right there we're gonna cut the final piece that will fit right there. Remember, with a really nice blade it will come off pretty quick. And now we're all set. Let's check once again if it fits, and let's make some little adjustments. As you can see, Mr. Juanito already knows what he's doing, so he's doing great. Right now we're just cutting the missing piece, screwing everything, and we're good to go. This is how the piece looked right there, and we're about to follow with the same process. On the outside, we already have the first coat dry, so we're gonna add more plaster to it. As you can see, we need to coat it pretty well so the client doesn't notice about any difference between what happened before and what we did. So basically, if you put 2 or 3 layers of this, 2 or 3 coats, it will be great. Right now we're just spreading everything and we go in the inside to get rid of all these holes, to get rid of all imperfections, and also we're gonna clean, we're gonna sand a little bit, and we're gonna give a second coat of that plaster in the inside of the bathroom. As you can see, with that spatula is pretty quick and there's nothing to do than just keep spreading it and make sure that everything looks really flat. Over here we're gonna bring this new wall coating that will be put over there in the back, so we need to make the holes to put all the plumbing and also to make sure that it fits well. So we're gonna measure it, we're gonna put it right there to fit it, and we're good to go. We're gonna make some adjustments with the tool, and in that moment we're good to start putting some glue on it and putting in the wall. After we're sure that we spread all that glue in the wall, we will be ready to mount it. Remember to make sure that you don't have any air bubbles inside of it. Remember to make sure that everything is leveled and that everything is working. I will put something in the base of it so you can make sure to reach the good height for it, and just spread it with your hand so you can just place it well and that it remains well pasted. Remember that also you need to check that your corners are gonna look great, and just keep spreading that glue, keep putting that on the wall, and everything will be ready to go. This is not that hard, just keep measuring, keep adding glue, and your wall will be ready and filled. As you can see, after we put this coating, you can even notice that something happened in that wall. It's pretty simple. We just make sure that the corners are looking great, that everything is tight and in its place, and we're good to paste that second wall right there. We put the top cornice over there so it looks great. We make some cuts to make the adjustments that we need to do, and we're ready to go back to finish those missing walls. As you can see, it was the same process. It was pretty quick, and it was quicker on this side of the bathroom because we didn't have any missing spaces or missing spots. Right now what we're gonna do is just measure the last spot. Just put over there the missing piece of the wall, and we're gonna install back the bathroom, and everything will be ready for today. We're gonna install the mirrors, the rest of the accessories, and guys, that would be all for today. You can see how the walls now looks incredible, and they will look brand new after we finish this project. So please subscribe and stay close to see the final result of this bathroom. Remember to leave a like, to leave a comment, and let us know if you like this video so we can continue doing more for you. Thank you so much and have an excellent day, guys.